What's up, everybody? This is Che and Bobby, RCPlaneReviewer, back again. Another episode here. Got a special guest here tonight, guys. I don't really have too many special guests, at all. I can say I've only had LJ Hobby Life on the channel, so it's nice to have another face here. Oh, wait, I've had Dave's RC on the channel as well, so yeah. I have. So, yeah, guys, so how's it going? What's up, Bobby?
What's going on, man? How you doing? Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem, man. We got Jeff. Jeff that he usually streams with is going to be coming in here shortly. He's dealing with a couple technical difficulties. You guys know how that is. So, yeah, man. So
that's my sidekick. He should be popping in here in a minute now. Jeff is normally the guy behind the camera, like doing all the video footage. You know how you got your wife?
Yep.
I got like a big 200 and something pound bird. Beggars can't be choosy, but no, he's a good dude, man.
Hey, that's right, man. He does a great job recording, though. To be honest with you, so I don't think anybody's complained. And if they hit that thumbs down, make sure they hit it twice. So.
Absolutely. But no, man. So like I said, thanks for having me. I'm a big fan of
you. Yeah, man.
I try to pop in as much as possible as I can.
Oh, yeah. We both know how the family life can get us, all wrapped up and whatnot, and outside the RC world, definitely.
It's hard. I was asking you the other day, I was like, man, like, how do you find time to like take the videos and do all the maidens and everything like that, right? It's hard, right?
Yep, sure is, and a lot of times kids are with us, they're just quiet. You just don't know where they're, they're just not as, loud and rambunctious as they used to be, out there yelling and screaming, but you got to get it while I can, they enjoy coming out there and watching too, and when I've crashed before, they're like, oh, I told you you were going to crash. They like give me a hard time about it sometimes, but now they don't, I don't really crash like that, so they're like, but if it's really windy outside, they know I don't go and fly, right. And they'll be like, oh, it's too windy for you to fly today. You'll crash, right? I'm like, yep, that's right. We're not flying today.
You love them to death, but it's like they can like stick their finger in that wound when you crash. You just gotta stop and look at them. You're like, not right now, right?
Yeah, man, for sure. Let's give a quick shout out to some people here in the chat, man. We got a bunch of people in here. Dang, so we got JS, what's up? Tug Hill RC, Shadow Ops, Eric, JCB67, Jess Custom RC, George Watts. Man, Jeff in Lower Alabama, David yourself, Aaron Phillips, Mike Deuces Wild, the Pickle Pilot, Gooniac, Mike SSI. Man, if I miss anybody, I'm sorry. What's up to all you guys, man? How's everybody doing?
There's a bunch of people in here in the squad.
Yeah, we're happy to be here. If any of you guys don't check out RCPlaneReviewer here, he streams on Thursday evenings as well. Him and Kenny both stream. I think around similar times. I think within a half an hour difference of each other.
I'm at 9.
Yeah. And what does Kenny go at 9 or something like that?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So, definitely plenty of time to, spend some time in both streams, guys. So if you haven't already, definitely check this guy out and check out his streams too, just a nice little hangout session.
Yeah.
During the week, come the bull crap around. That's what we all like to do. Right. So
I try to do the 9:30, the late show. You know what I mean? I'm kind of like a little night owl. So, I try to do it later than most people. Try to stay out of everybody's way, man. Just trying to be respectful,
Yeah, man, for sure. And that doesn't, the whole respect thing. Oh, we got Jeff here. Hold up.
Boom, we got Jeff.
What's up? Oh, he's on mute though.
There he is. You gotta unmute yourself, Jeff.
says that his mic isn't connected.
Yeah. Oh man, it looks like we got like a triple threat thing going on over here, right? Man, everybody's getting a 3-for-1 deal. Hey, Jeff, can you unplug your mic maybe?
Looks like he might have Bluetooth.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Hey, there it is.
Yep, there we are right there. What's up, Jeff?
Nah, I can't hear you though.
What in the world? Yeah, are we muted on the...
There it goes.
How you doing? What's up?
What's happening?
Nice to see you, man. Thanks for coming by. What's up?
What's happening? You all right?
Yeah, we got you all good, man. You looking, pictures looking nice and steady. Audio's pretty good. How's it going?
Waiting on the pizza man.
Hey, we call this the triple threat, dude. Everybody's getting the triple threat right here. They're just
there we go.
A 3-for-1 deal.
Sweet guys, yeah, man. This is awesome, man. I'm really enjoying this. I've been looking forward to it since I messaged you this past weekend about it.
Yeah.
We all got one large thing in common, right? We were all born to fly, right? And maybe it's not necessarily real planes, but the RC planes is what it is. So
I thought we are all born to crash because I do that a lot.
Hey, I will say this. At the field, Jeff, do you hold the record, man, for the most crashes in one day? I think you do.
Probably. I know I had 2, but I know we had like 7 that one day.
We did.
7.
Dude, Jay, we had 7 in one day, man. It was a rough day, and I had to maiden a couple of airplanes, and I was like, dude, I don't know if I really want to maiden, man. I'm like, everybody's crashing out here. This is some bad mojo.
Yeah, for sure.
But I did it anyway, and I didn't crash anything, so it was good. What's up, Jeff Cuff from RC?
Yeah, man, that's good.
David Snyder, George Watts, Jeff in Lower Alabama. I see a couple of guys I recognize.
Got Victor RC Jets. Yeah, got Nate in here too.
Hey, man, let's talk about Victor for a second. Victor RC Jets.
Man.
He's got a lot of jets, man.
Oh, pizza.
He's got a lot of planes.
Oh yeah, dude. He's got the good ones too, man. And, he flies the snot. He flies the snot out of them.
Yeah.
It's cool. He's got his old lady to record. His wife. Excuse me, not her. The old lady thing. Yeah. But anyways, that's awesome that he has that as well. And I would say that she's come a long way recording as well because I can remember last year when he was like bear with us and definitely looking at the videos then and now it's like it's really good she definitely can notice progression. So Victor, cheers to you and your videos, sir.
Yeah, and he does. I've noticed. I see him in a lot of the group chats on Facebook, and he gives like a lot of good like feedback to people. You know what I mean? Like trying to help. So, Victor, keep it up, dude. We'll see you out.
Yeah, man.
So, what are you working on, man? What do you got planned for the air? I see that you got the L39 back there. That's a beautiful work in progress. Like.
Yeah, I might have something special in store for you guys this weekend, but I'm gonna do some more flights on my Avani. I've been waiting on my Red Bull stickers to show up here. I ordered them off like Etsy, anyways, because they're really hard to find because of copyright issues in the United States, believe it or not. So, yeah, man, that. And then, like I said, I probably got something special for you guys this weekend. I don't really want to leak too much information, right? So,
nice.
But, we're talking EDS here, so.
That's it. What are your thoughts on the Avanti, man? Like, it's an awesome flying airplane, but like, what do you think of it? And one thing I like about your channel is, and everybody in here will tell you, dude, it's like you give probably the realest like feedback and reactions. That's what I love about it. So it's like you get what you get, and it's like it's just a real organic thing. So what do you think about that one, like the Avanti, man?
I really think that it's an awesome jet, man. I've only flown it 2 times like 3 times, but it seems like it likes the smaller packs, but overall. That bird is like, someone that I feel like you can give to somebody brand new to EDF. Here you go, take this, fly it, and, fly it for, a month. And I feel like you can move up to something, the next level, honestly, because the way that thing flies, it's super predictable. It flies below half throttle, and like not many planes do that, to be honest. And, even with the large pack, it did that. So, just like Jeff said, a grandma can fly in a Avani.
Yeah, I just told that. You know what is an equally good airplane that a lot of people don't think about? I call it a sleeper. It's the Stinger 90, dude. It flies. I want to say like that's the granddad of that Avanti, man. It flies really good too. And they have a high performance one. I've been wanting to pull the trigger on it because that was the first EDF jet I ever flew. And it's like it lands very, very good. I mean, it has no negative tendencies, and it's fast, dude. It's fast.
Yeah, man.
That's also the first EDF jet I've crashed too.
I've actually seen one of those. I think I mentioned it to you, maybe. I don't know, but there's one at the hobby shop not too far. It seems like a used one. I might have to get my hands on it one of these days.
Yeah.
If you say it's a good flyer like that.
Dude, I'm telling you, I wouldn't steer you wrong, man. And it's a powerful 90 millimeter too. And let's see. Yep, Gooniac just sold you Stinger 90. It's even better now with the non-blade end runner. Yeah, I want to get the high performance one, Gooniac, dude. I really do.
Yeah, I bet it's nasty, dude. You know, I'm sure that the Outrunner is good. You know, not knocking it or anything like that. But
Yeah,
you know, those Inrunners, just the performance on them. You know,
they're hard to beat. They're
yeah,
really hard to
you
beat.
know, really is. You know, battery consumption's a big one too. You know, and those Inrunners really do you. You know, justice when it comes to saving just a little bit of juice, right? So, or a little bit of longer flight time, one more go around. You know, you can't get that with the. You can get it with the Outrunners, you know, but you know you have to be more efficient, right? And you could be less efficient with the throttle and still get more flight time
Right.
out of an Inrunner, right?
Right. Yep. Yep. So like, I always like asking people this, like, what is your favorite EDF jet of all time that you've flown?
That's an
Right. That's
easy
a lot
one.
of questions.
That's an easy one, man. That's the L39, free wing L39 all day. I got a
That
thing
is,
for L39s, you know, in case you guys don't notice, the giant one behind me. But I know that it's considered a trainer, right? But that wasn't even my first EDF, you know. That was actually like my fourth or fifth. And it's just the way that it flies, you know what I mean? Like I just love it, you know what I mean? And the looks of it, especially the landing lights, you know what I mean? The landing lights are just amazing. I feel like on the tips, you know, I really like looking at that. It's a very capable jet, you know, ground in terms of grass and pavement, you know, outrunner and inrunner. So you can't really ask for, you know, much more out of a jet. You know, you can like lock the flaps in on the gear like right there, you know, like barely even out there, and it's going to slow down like crazy for you. You know, that's what I like about it. So
you can't go wrong with the L39. Like, it's a good all around flyer. I agree with you, man. That thing, and it looks mean. You know what I mean? Like when it's coming in. Oh
dual
man.
pilots, man, you know, the two pilots, man. And that's something special I got for you guys coming up here soon, man. I got some like legit pilots coming from my L39. I was showing Bobby, you know, they're awesome. I can't wait to, I got them through my hobby shop, you know, trying to support local. And, but yeah, dude, you know, so.
I'm excited about that one. I'll tell you, my favorite EDF, dude, it's going to sound a little funny, but I'm serious. The Venom, man. The de Havilland, the Venom, it looks like a football with wings, but dude, that thing is an awesome flying jet.
Yeah, man. Jackson, what's up? Yeah, man. I that was short lived on my channel. I don't know if you know. I'm sure you. I think you've seen the crash video. I'm sure, but you know, that was the same day, flying 3 times and crashing. You know, I think I just got a little bit too comfortable, too fast. You know, more of a mental thing, not killing the throttle on the dive down initially, which I don't never not do anymore. You know what I mean? But no, it was a mental mistake.
You sound like me. You got cocky.
Yep, that's right. So I was like, this thing's awesome. You know, just.
Well, look, I didn't know up until I watched your crash video that you couldn't put the thing in a dive and like full throttle. I do that quite often, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I probably could have, like, if you noticed at the end of the video when I did it in slow mo, you could see it like try to flare up at the end. So I feel like if I would have gave it elevator maybe a little sooner, you know, or I don't even know if honestly if I was at a 90 degree, I think I was more of like, you know, more inward, you know, when I was coming in that dive, you know, gaining more speed, and instead of like at a straight 90 to be able to pull myself back, you know. But then again, I don't know, there was like no wind that night either. So, and like a lot of people say, free wing kind of messed up putting 1.9 gram servo on that large surface of an elevator, right? I mean,
that's true. That's what you think about. Yeah. You know, somebody said, let's see, Nate said, got to put a 17 gram servo on that tail. I would agree. I never thought about it, man, honestly.
Yeah. So if I was to get that bird again, you know, definitely throw probably a high tech in there or something, to be honest with you, just because I like the high tech servos and $30.
Yeah, dude, it's pretty solid, and it's a solid servo.
Yeah, so and I'm not like biased towards high tech or anything like that, because I've only ever flown with them in my Tomcat. I've got 2 of them in my Tomcat, and this thing's loaded with them, you know. But I think everybody knows about the high techs, right? They're
top of the line.
Yeah. So,
for what we did.
Pay for what you get, right? So
you pay for what you get, yeah, man.
Lee Davidson, what's up, man? JT200, what's up, man? Sorry, you know, we're definitely talking here and not paying as attention to the chat as we usually do, so do apologize. But
David Snyder's in here, Jeff and Laura Alabama.
You know, that Stinger 90, man, you know, so like, what in comparison, Has anybody in here flown the Stinger 90 Outrunner and Inrunner? And give me a quick, comparison on, I know you'll probably get a little bit more flight time, but, in terms of speed, how much faster is it? Because I know some of them old school Outrunners are pretty badass and they get pretty quick, it's like my Super Scorpion, that thing's Outrunner. That thing cruises, man. But
I do like that Super Scorpion too. I want to try it out, man, just to see what it's like.
Oh, I think that you would really enjoy it, man. Even more so than the Avani. I mean, to be honest with you, just because I don't know, it flies great. In dark days, can get a little iffy out there with the orange color, but just.
How fast do you think it flies? Like over 100, obviously.
Yeah, I had it on GPS once on my little Milan one. I had it mounted with some 3M tape on there. I had to get a picture for you guys next time I take it out. Honestly, I will. And but yeah.
Nice.
So.
I apologize for being rude, but man, I've been waiting for the pizza man for like an hour.
No worries, man. Guniak, that's cool, man. Thank you. He said it's at least 15 to 20 miles an hour faster. So that's quite a bit difference there.
That's a noticeable difference. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got a lot of skills in the room, man. You got here. We got a bunch of experience in here too. Look, check it out.
RC Air Marshal, what's up, man? Thanks for coming by, man. Appreciate it. In case any of you guys are not married, I'm sure most of you guys are, right? We got a happy wife, happy life here, right? Just some words of advice, right? So
I live by that.
That's funny.
That's how I get my points.
On this side, yes, dear. I'm sorry, you were right.
That sounds about right too. Hey, I had to say that tonight. I was like, "Hey, I need you to put the girls to bed," and she was like, "You owe me," and I'm like, "Yes, I do, dear. I do owe."
That's funny.
So, yeah, RC Air Marshal, Tug Hill RC, Jeff's Customs, the Pickled Pilot. What's up, guys?
Ali, that's funny. Lisa's no wife, happy life. Hey, you guys like my T-shirt, by the way? Ashley got me this. It's a new T-shirt. I think it's awesome because it's like my first RC T-shirt. You know what I mean? So
sweet.
That was pretty cool.
Sweet.
And we are having a girl, by the way, guys. Figured we'd let you know. We just found out. So yeah. So woohoo! Right? We're pretty excited. I'm excited. So. You can't really choose, right? So
get ready to be wrapped, cuz. Get ready to be wrapped.
Yep, I already know it. So that's how my daughter already has me now. So my wife says it all the time. She has you wrapped around her little finger.
Yeah, man. I got 2 girls, dude, and I'm pretty much done. Like, I'm just trying to prepare for the boys right now. Honestly, they're young, but I'm already in that mindset. I'm like, I know one day I'm gonna have to have that conversation. But I like the boy more if he's into remote control airplanes.
Right.
Like if he really wants to get to my heart, he'll take me to the hobby shop and buy me an airplane. I'm like, you know what? You're a good dude.
Yeah, man.
You're a good guy. I need that.
Thanks a lot, everybody in the chat. I appreciate that. Guniak, Victor, Jeff, David, Deuces, Jackson, Kenny, JT. Appreciate that, guys. Honestly.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Dude, that Stinger 90, I got that quick on my mind now because I want to kind of snag it before it's gone almost. I got to get a hold of the guy.
Yeah. You got a local hobby. How close is the hobby shop to you?
I got one that's about 30 minutes, and then I got another one that's about closer to 50 minutes away.
Bobby's got one he'll mail you.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, the prices for shipping airplanes now are kind of high.
I've heard it's out of control.
Yeah, but normally, I can find the airplanes people are looking for some reason. Jeff Customs over at Jeff Customs RC, he called me up. He was looking for a T-28, and I hooked him up with a brand new in the box T-28. So those things are hard to find, man. I didn't know they stopped making them. That's a good flying airplane.
I seen one at the same hobby shop.
Local drug dealer. I can find it. You need it. I got it.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's funny. RC Air Marshal, he says keep a shotgun handy. Yeah, you know it. So
absolutely, man.
We all know how guys are. So
yeah, and I think that's the biggest problem. us being dudes, we already know what the what the agenda is at the end of the day, and so it's just kind of like, not gonna happen.
So that T28 is discontinued, the massive one.
Man.
So basically, if you can find one, get it.
Yep. And they fly so good. Have you flown one?
No, but the guy at the same hobby shop has one in the box. I've seen it, and
dude,
brand new.
Have it and run, man. It flies really smooth. And
I've seen it. It looks good too. You know.
Yeah.
I just sold mine. What, Bobby? 2 months ago.
Yeah, you did.
And funny story is I picked up a. I guess I can while I'm talking. I picked up a. The hell's that plane, Bobby? The Cessna, the Carbon Z Cessna.
Yeah.
I bought one for like $250. I drove 3 hours to get it. Bought it back, flew the snot out of it. Ended up selling it to a guy that flies with us, and I kind of kicked myself in the ass the whole time. I was like, man, I really enjoyed flying that plane. I like the way it looked. It looked scale.
Right.
And we were at the swap meet this past weekend, and Bobby was like, "There it is," and the guy wanted he had it for $325 with the floats, and I got it for $275 with floats.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a great deal too.
Nice.
Hey, look, man, and
Nice,
the
Chris.
swap meet. I love the swap meets. Like, have you been to one lately?
I have never even been to one, never even heard of one until you had said something to me about it. Never even, I'm still new in the whole RC world, man. You know what I mean? I'm only like a year in still.
Hey, you're a year in, but you're like
been to one event.
You're like an old head in it, dude. You're a year in, but you've already like flown more EDF jets and airplanes than your average Joe, honestly.
Average Joe's gym.
Hamilton, have you ever seen the movie Twister?
Yes.
This is the suck. Welcome to the suck.
Yeah, you're in it, dude. It doesn't get any better. It gets worse.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You definitely realize that once you dive into a balsa build, that it gets worse quickly. You know what I mean? And especially, the waiting. And then, you want new planes and in terms of waiting for product, things like that. Like I'm at a standstill right now with my L39. I might as well say something about that real quick.
Let's talk about it.
My EDF is being held up right now in customs, I believe, somewhere in Germany. It's been sitting still since the 31st of March. So, and that can take up to, however really long. It could show up tomorrow. The whole notifications for shipping get a little wonky, especially from handling from DHL to the United States Postal Services. So, there's that. And I'm still waiting on my lights, which I emailed the guy about, and he said they're supposed to be in. So I'm like, fingers crossed that they just all show up at once, and then we can just, get it, situated. And so that's pretty much it.
Are you are you gonna be nervous when you do the maiden for that thing? I mean,
yeah, definitely. I'm gonna be nervous, and I have a test bench over here. I'm gonna grab real quick. I want to show you guys. It's pretty much all the way done, but minus the EDF. So I'm gonna grab it real quick and show you guys.
Check it out, man. I'm always a tad bit nervous when I do my maidens, but it also depends on how much money you've got invested into it, right? The more money you spend on an airplane, you're like, the stress level goes up. If it's like a little $100 airplane, you're fine with it. But yeah, you've got some money tied up in that bad boy back there. And the radio's nice too. Jeff, what do you got planned, man? What do you got next up? When are we gonna make those airplanes you got, bro?
I want to take the that that pitch that I got over the weekend.
Oh yeah.
And just see what it does. If we can get it to fire up, if we can get it to fly.
Some of you
gas
guys,
motor.
It's got a Fuji on it.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was a Fuji 45.
Something like that. Don't give me the line. I bought it, looked at it, and now it's still hanging in the trailer where it's been.
Dang.
So here's my thing. If it flies, it flies. If it don't, if it hits the ground, whatever, man. It makes good video footage.
Yeah, man, definitely. Fly it. Why not?
What? Nice, Shay. What
all right, guys. So this is my test bench here. See if I can get it in frame. So I got my smooth flight here. This is my screen, and this is my power module right here. With all of my servos going to be plugged into it. Here are my batteries. And this is my main 2.4 receiver, and this is my 900 gigahertz backup receiver. And this is my ESC, you know, but then I have my MUI telemetry sensor right here as well. And so, yeah, now I'm just waiting on the EDF to get here to put over here, guys. And then I'm going to do a live video showing you guys what kind of telemetry we're pulling on the receiver, just how many amps we're pulling, things like that. And just to get a quick, you know, run up of things before we put it in the jet. So I thought this was pretty cool and fun to make, you know, and now I'm just kind of waiting, you know, and even in the future, you know, when you got power systems before you want to put it in your plane and stuff like that, you know, I think this will really go a long way.
It's a great idea.
Testing things out, you know what I mean? Just give it a quick run up. And even though still doing a test inside the jet as well afterwards, but you guys know what I mean. So, yeah, that's what I want to show you.
Yeah, man. Going all out. Uniac's like, hey, dang, dude, you're doing it. But, you know, you're doing it smart. You're investing a lot of money in it. You're making sure all those systems are going to work, you know, perfectly. That way, when you drop them in there, you know what you got. No, that's smart.
Yeah, man. You know, not messing around. You know, we don't want to have any kind of, you know, some minor failures or bonehead mistakes or anything, right? So,
hey, Jeff, I give Hamilton, I get Jay probably about 3 or 4 more months. This dude will have a turbine engine. Watch. Like a legit turbine engine. He's going there. I can see it.
He might. I'm not impressed. I mean, I'm good with plugging a battery in and going to play. You know, I watched that guy the 2 fly-ins ago, you know, the other field close to us.
Yeah.
And he wasn't doing anything but taxiing around. He was like, yeah, I got 12 grand in this plane. No. No, thank you.
It's quite a bit of airplane. And I, you know, and
after seeing what I could have bought for $3,500 over the weekend, Che, you missed it, man. It was a half scale Edge 540.
Oh wow!
Had a 3W 275 on it.
Sounds
Guy
crazy.
wanted $3,500 for it.
I think that's just too big, dude. At that point, at 50%, you might as well get in it. You might as well go and add the extra 50% and get the full thing. You know, that's crazy. That's a lot of.
It's a beautiful bird, though. It's a beautiful plane.
I'm addicted to the EDFs for now. I'm happy. I'm a side with you know, Jay, man. He's into it too.
Yeah, Ashley calls me an EDF junkie. So
I can't get them to turn out enough. Like I want to know what Free Wings got in the you know, in their sling, man. I want to know what they got. I'm waiting for the new releases.
yeah, man, definitely. Me too. You know. And, you know, one thing, though, I will say about the turbine thing before we get off that subject is that, you know, having like one of those micro X45 turbines for these, you know, foam models, if you want to go to the cheaper end of the turbine side, you know, with just, you know, minor modifications we'll go with in terms of buying a large jet, you know, to these, you know, this little bug by me. It's like bothering the crap out of me. And, yeah, you know, I mean, so I don't think it would, you know, hurt to have one of those. You know, I know it costs like $1,500, but you know, you can still use it on multiple jets and have a small turbine, you know, in your pocket. You know, $1,500 plus $600 for like, you know, a MiG, you know, in comparison to that for like, you know, maybe even a model on the lower end side, you know. So
yeah, that's not bad. I think it makes perfect sense, you know.
And then there is a lot of qualifications and things like that you have to get, which sucks. You know what I mean?
Bobby just wants to be like Zach Marshall. That's all it is.
My buddy Zach Marshall, I'm telling you, dude. He made the jump, and he's got a turbine, and he got rid of all of his foam jets, and got a turbine jet, and now he's on his second one, and I'm like, he warned me. He was like, dude, as soon as you get a legit turbine a jet, you're gonna get rid of all your stuff. And I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm kind of funny with the money, you know. I need to be cost efficient as possible. So, you know, I'd rather get 10 airplanes instead of one really nice, you know, EDF. But
see, I'd have sold everything I had in the trailer Saturday just to buy that plane. Just to buy that 50%, I'd have sold everything in the trailer.
And what if you would have like crashed that next day, man?
Then I'd have been SOL, man.
Would have been worth it.
I told him, I said, if you crashed it, you would have had $3,500 of like sticks and balsa, dude.
Nothing. Yeah.
You got kindling in an engine. That's what you got. Yep. George Watt said, "If you're still crashing, stay away from the turbines." Yeah. You know.
Hey, Carl Roach crashed his.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did. Put it in.
Carl Roach is a good friend of ours, and he also jumped into the turbines as well. And he's fairly new.
That bug.
And did you get it?
I don't even know. I think.
But yeah, he crashed his, man. The thing that scares me with the turbines is when they go in, they seem to catch on fire, man. They burn stuff up. So
said he was on approach and he just got too throttle happy with it. And by the time it spooled back up, it went up nosed over. It was straight in.
Oh,
wow.
Shoot.
It hurts.
Talked to a big guy, Rob, up there that day, the day of the fly-in, as after everybody left. That's when the big dogs come out. They were brought their 50%ers or 40%ers out, and they were flying them.
Wow. BD Tennessee, what's up, buddy? He says, Bobby, I got you in a few days on that video. Hey, look, Chase, so I got that new NX8 radio, right?
Yeah.
Everybody knows I'm 110% Futaba. Like, me jumping to the Spectrum realm is like me going from, like little trainer airplanes to, like, turbine jets. It's like that for me. And so, like, I'm trying to fumble my way around. And BD Tennessee's, he has a bunch of good videos that he's put out on his channel. And, dude, they're helpful. But, BD, I need you to put on there how I can master and slave 2 elevators. That's all I need.
I can show you how to do that. Well, but it's okay. BD, sorry, Brandon, send him the video.
Send me the video, dude. Hey, Jeff, I told cool, you, I was like, Shay's got his wife and everything, and I said I got like a 250-some pound dude that does most of my videoing and my moral support in the background. So that's what Jeff NC84. He's the guy behind the camera, and he's the guy flying in a lot of the videos too, along with me. So we kind of dive into this thing together. So that's my roll dog when I can get a hold of him.
If you notice the lifts video, I'm actually, to give you a comparison, Che, I'm holding the camera like this, and I'm above Bobby. You see his head once or twice.
And look, man, I'm 5 foot nothing. I embrace it. You know what I mean? Like, it's cool. I don't have a problem.
6'3", 300 pounds.
I can fit in any little sports car I want, dude.
Yeah, I wouldn't fit in that Sky. I'd like to go over there and sit in it at least one time.
6'3", 300. Yeah, it reminds me of a guy I used to work with. I used to work with somebody that was like that.
I'm like 5'7", dude. Solid. A strong 5'7".
I just bought a camper.
5'7".
Yeah. You know?
You don't really strike me as kind of like, I mean, I guess you don't really ever know, right? I mean,
you never know.
He's the little bulldog.
Kenny was so short until I seen him on. I'm just giving you crap, Kenny. I'm just giving you crap.
Dude, you're in good company. I'm a very peaceful dude, man.
You see, look at them neck muscles right there. I mean, just look.
Just stop it.
Just look at him. He don't look that big on this video right here, but Bobby's a big boy.
It's just
I'm a big guy, and I wouldn't tassel with him.
Hey, so we got a question.
I'm peaceful, dude.
So we got somebody new in here tonight, Big and Cool RC School. What's up, man? Thanks for coming by. He says he's sort of new to the plane part of this hobby. So what should he get? So really our question to you then is, what do you like? Do you like EDF?
Yeah.
Do you want like a
regular?
The
question is, can he fly? Has he ever flown before?
Right. I mean, but either way, it depends, right? Because he can still get all that safe stuff, and still be, okay.
Safe to me is a false sense of security. Now, granted, we've got an 8-year-old at our field flying an F-16 E-Flight with safe. Understand, but it's not for everybody. I learned without any of the safe crap, and I think if you're going to fly, if you're just getting into it, save your money, man, and get you something like a Cub or a Timber, something. Yeah, it's going to have safe, but it's going to give you. It's like Jeff says, you get addicted to safe. Bobby was flying with safe with the UMX. He's seen what it's like with it and without it when we were flying that little A10 in the wind.
You said they're giving it full stick the whole time and only getting so much bank, and then taking it off safe and giving it full stick, and then you're inverted, right?
Dude, this little airplane on safe, we were flying in 18-mile-an-hour winds, and it was awesome. I took it off of safe mode, and I was like, "Oh my God, where's the safe, dude?" I can understand. I can understand. Like, safe is like addicting, dude. I understand. It's like it takes all the stick inputs. You actually just get to enjoy and fly it. I'm like, where's the switch? Let me hit the switch again, man. But I can see.
That's funny.
I can see the draw for people with the safe, and I can understand what Jeff is saying. I think there's a place for safe. I honestly do. But like I said, I'm old school too. I grew up without safe.
Hey, Jeff said it best. Safe flies you instead of you flying the plane, and that's right.
He's right.
I've never used safe before, so I don't know.
Safe doesn't teach you like how to land in a crosswind or what to do when you're crabbing. You know what I mean? Like,
man, the planes will land themselves nowadays.
Yeah. But let's see. Victor RC said, "I'm surprised that little A10 has power, dude. That little A10 is a beast."
Was that like 100? How much is that little sucker? Like $200?
No, man, it's like $159.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah. And for what it is,
what do you gotta buy a battery for it? What's it take? A little 2S or something?
Yeah, it takes a little 3S, believe it or not.
What are you putting in it?
I put a 11.1 3S on 40C.
Okay, what's the milliamps you're putting in there?
It was 1500 milliamps.
15?
No, 800, Bobby, 800.
Was it? Hold on.
Yeah.
Don't get
it's
me
800.
Let's see.
15's a big battery, brother.
Oh, it is 800. I'm sorry. I was thinking of the list that I threw. Yeah. But you can see, there's a lot of little.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah, awesome, man. It's nice little. I mean, I like A10s too. I got 2 of them. I got the FMS one and the E-Flight one.
Yeah, man. And look, this little one, dude. I'm not kidding you. It flies identical to the large scale one with safe on. But look, I'm one of those guys. Like, if it's windy outside and I'm at the airfield, I'm like, I came out here to fly, and we're in North Carolina here. And in North Carolina, we get, a lot of wind. So where we fly, it's pretty crazy,
Hey, Guniak said that's the little turd color, A10.
Right, I will say
that is funny, dude.
I don't know who came up with that paint scheme, but like, I'm not a fan because it's small already, right? When you get that thing out there, you better have like good vision to see it because it just blends away. You know?
Sure. Yeah, it gets dark out there pretty quick, I'm sure.
It does, man. It does.
Ryan, what's up, man? Thanks for coming by. What's going on, sir?
Yeah, man. Got Pilot Ryan in the house.
Pilot Ryan here, sir.
Nice.
You guys get crappy weather over there today? Winds have been about brutal through here. He's right over, across the border over in Indiana. So.
I was gonna say, how far is he from you? Because
he's probably about 3 or 4 hours approximately. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure he's he's not too far. He's 3 or 4 hours. But still a drive. That's a little bit of a mission. But speaking
to get good weather out there.
Yeah, C Mafia. He I talked to him a lot on the phone and stuff like that. He's a really cool guy.
Nice.
But he's actually going to be going up to Bristol here soon to get some stuff done or whatever. But I'm probably going to be hanging out with him this Sunday or something like that. Grab a bite to eat. The weather's not going to be good to fly or anything like that. Or else we'd probably have him at the field as a guest. But
nice, man.
Either way, it's still going to be cool. To connect with somebody that's on the RC world. So
absolutely.
I think that's real community, right? Like what we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
So, and all you guys know C Mafia. He seems like a pretty cool guy, and he's given back to the community quite a bit already for being a newcomer. So that's really cool too. So
that's like I'm just amazed how like the RC community is like pretty tight, man. Like everybody is like in it to win it. You know what I mean? Like we're all just trying to like slug away at this thing and trying to help each other out. Like it's nice that you can go and drop in. Somebody's like, "Hey man, what's the CG on that little A10?" Somebody chimes in. It's just nice. It's nice.
Hey,
someone said
are we flying this weekend?
You know I am.
I just looked at the weather and it says 6 with 17. I guess we can fly the A-10 again.
Hey, if I go out there, something's going up, dude. It's either going up or it's coming down.
Right.
But
yeah, man.
Hey, did you see the video Pilot Ryan dropped on his HSD 262?
I was just about to say that. I seen Jeff said something about that. I did not even. I've been so busy today, dude. With like I had in-laws over and stuff like that. I haven't even been on YouTube at all. But I plan on watching that definitely for sure. Checking that out. He says he's got a bunch of recording in the past. I believe he said it. Recently. So he's gonna be dropping a bunch of videos. So
I'll be patiently waiting, dude, like everybody else.
Yeah, we'll see the notification come across the phone, man. You know it.
Yep, I see the notification. I'm like, let's go watch it, man. Yeah.
So, are you gonna keep that Rafale behind you, or are you gonna sell it? So I know you be cooking them. I know you cook them off pretty quick, man.
I do, man. Like I tell people, I don't have any loyalty to these airplanes behind me, dude. I treat them like like I'm at a bus station. They all get a pass.
Hey, and then I believe that totally makes sense for the non-balsa models, because these ones I could see getting attached to. I could see getting attached to that. However, I think it goes to show, like something we were talking about in our small group last week, just not to get attached to things, in this life. You know what I mean? They're all temporary. They all have an expiration date, right? You know what I mean? And so giving one go, if you got 20 other ones, it's it's not really anything.
Try 37 other ones when I try to get one from him. And I'm like, Bobby, I really want that revolver. He's like, oh, it's not for sale, man. It's not for sale. And then he's got the AL-37 from Free Wing. I have seen him fly it one time.
I've never seen that video.
I think he's brought it to the field twice, and one time he forgot the wing dowel, the wing tube. So I'm like, Bobby, just sell me that plane. I love the way it looks.
It's big. I think it's big.
It's long. It's not wide.
Right.
Yeah.
It's actually. I mean, the wings are what 20 inches wide. I mean, they're small.
Yeah, they're really small. They're real thin too. But
Jeff, you just got to bring it up here when you come up from Greenville. I'll take it off your hands. You don't want to fly it. It flies like garbage.
Is it worth $500?
I'll say this. Yes, it is if that's what you want. Like, I wanted something scale and I wanted something different. And that airplane it takes off very scale and it lands very scale. It's just a different type of airplane. So when you think about it, I mean, when you look at it, it's literally a foam tube, right? Like the fuselage is just a foam tube that is about maybe 5-6 inches around in circumference. But they slapped them little 70 millimeter EDFs on there, and throw in the servos. There's a lot of value in there. But in all honesty, like if I was going to sell it used, it would.
Would you buy it again?
What are you trying to corner me, man? No, I'm just kidding. No, I would buy it again. I absolutely would, because there's times where I just want to cruise around the field. You remember when I went out in the field, Jay, I put 5 flights on it out there. I just kept throwing lipos in it, man. It's a good, stable flying airplane. And it's just, is it worth the money? Yeah, it is.
It gets a little boring or what, I mean, is it one of those boring flyers, because you can't really it's not like a scale jet. I mean, it's scale, but it's not like a sport jet,
Yeah, you're not going to do a bunch of stuff with it. You're going to do circles, you're going to fly the circuit. You're going to do some loops.
So it's like flying a trainer.
Yeah.
You're not going to do much, but just, I wouldn't even do a loop-de-loop with it or nothing like that.
Oh yeah, you can do a loop-de-loop, but look, it's the cool factor though. That's where you're paying your money, the cool factor. I mean, why do we buy all these other jets that we have? It's cool, man. I mean, there's a lot of for the Rafale back there. I was saying Raphael, but that's the same. I was saying Raphael.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
French for Rafale, and I'm like, well, I'm in the South, so what do I know? But yeah,
I don't know the names. So.
It flies completely different. It's super smooth on low rates. It's an excellent flying airplane. It really is. So I mean, it just depends on what you like. And I've flown a bunch of airplanes, like a bunch of airplanes.
Hamilton, do you fly with rates?
Mm-hmm. Depends on the plane. Depends on the plane. Super Scorpion doesn't have any rates. It's 100% all the way around. I just put some Expo in. But
You'll hear Bobby talking when I hand him the control. Where's the rate switch? There's not one, man.
Jeff's like a 100%.
I think I remember you saying that. I think I do remember you saying that. So you flew that extra on 100% when you were flying it?
100%, dude, and it was nuts. Let me tell you, the elevator was ridiculous.
Sure.
I couldn't tone it down.
Dude,
I'm upset that plane went in though.
Oh, you crashed it?
Yeah, man.
Oh,
the freaking battery connectors come undone. Because I don't know. I mean, I'm sure they're all the same, but I fly EC5 plugs. The plane come with XT90s. They fit, and it was tight the first flight because I flew the snot out of it. Yeah, the fourth flight didn't go so well. I was inverted, flying, goofing off, and I'm glad that I had full elevator because when it landed, it kind of. If you watched it, I wish Bobby would have videoed it. Bobby videoed everything. But that plane just it went down, and as it pulled up, it was sitting in a tree like this, just perfect.
Oh, man,
and it ate the wings up.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting to order wings.
Parts. It's so new. There's no parts yet. So, or the parts that came out, everybody crashed it and they grabbed the same parts. So.
That sucks, man. I'm about to sell mine probably. It's a little boring.
Why?
I don't know. Dude. I like it, but I don't know. I might just keep it. Who knows? But
that plane is a blast. I love that plane.
I like it.
Yeah, dude. You just got to embrace it. Yeah.
I don't know if you can see it. See the wings?
I see it. Yeah. Dang, that's ate up.
Yeah.
Got the fuse.
It's like Gator took a bite out of the wing real quick.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's bad.
So I got a quick question here.
Questions.
Mickey B said, I flew with the Jetty recently. Yes, I did fly with the Jetty. I think since last time I talked to you guys this past weekend, I've been exclusively flying the Super Scorpion with it. But yeah, I'm like in love with it. You know what I mean? Like it's like ridiculously smooth. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and just like, talk it up, but I'm love at first throttle, ordeal. So it was absolutely awesome. So.
I gotta ask, dude. Like, what is that Jetty radio normally run like for your setup? Because it's a lot of radio, man. It's a good radio.
Yeah. So what do you mean, like in terms of cost?
Yeah, like what all invested?
Yeah. So I mean, like it depends on which ones you get. I mean, you can get there's like a different lineups, right? So the DS12 is really what I was only looking at, which still allows you to get up to 16 channels if you get the deluxe version. Nice. Now you can get the regular DS12. It's like plastic, you know what I mean? It doesn't have like metal hull gimbals or anything like that. And, it's the lower end spectrum of it, for some more money. And you can get the carbon one, which is what I got. And, it's got the metal gimbals on it and stuff like that, so you pay some more money for a better product. I did some heavy reviews on them, some heavy research on them before I pulled the trigger, and and then the telemetry options are limitless. You can get up to like 40 displayed telemetry options on your controller on the screen. It's just like it's kind of a little bit overwhelmingly awesome. You know what I mean? It's like I got all this stuff here, and I don't know how to use it yet, but I'm learning, and it's like but I'm not limited to anything now. I got the fully unlocked version to where I'm not not being able to not use anything, and so it unlocks me for the future, right? You know what I mean? And then having 16 channels, that's plenty of channels to even individually run servos, which is what I'm doing on this. So
hey, Jeff at Jeff's Custom RC said it's like $1,200, Bobby. I'm like, Jay, does your wife know you spent that much on that radio?
Well, if you think about it, like IX12s and stuff like that, they run you like $800, you know what I mean? And for like $400 more, and
what's $400 when you're spending $800, right?
And especially when everybody got a stimulus check, you know what I mean? So taking $400 to have a stimulus check is not really, anything. Especially when I already had money saved up for a radio because I was going to buy the IX12 until I had a bad thing with Spectrum. So Spectrum's gone out the window. Bye, never again. And that's just my own opinion on it, you know what I mean? And like what my buddy said, once you have a bad experience with a radio, you typically never go back to them. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I had a $400 jet fly away on me. So guess what? The controller got set down with that. You know what I mean? And that's not just me like talking crap or anything like that. It's just like that happened once. I know it could happen with anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's like, you know, I'm not the only one that has had this happen. You know, I'm not going to go down that drain, you know, but you guys know, so I'm not biased towards anything like that. You know, I decided to dive deeper into something else. You know what I mean? And yeah, I spent a little bit more money on it. You know what I mean? But that's just startup costs, man. You know what I mean? Like, you know, that's it. You know what I mean? It's like, that's it. You know, I'm in the door. You know, you got the telemetry options, things like that. You know, they are a little bit expensive, but you pay for what you get. Are you hungry for that telemetry all the time and things like that? Like I am. You know what I mean? If that's what you're interested in, things like that. You know, so like really opens the door with the ARF Plus kits from Motion. You know, can buy an ESC that gives me the telemetry and stuff that I'm looking for. You know what I mean? And then just never not know. And then the whole battery thing, you know, I need to know how many milliamps I've already used on my screen, and I can keep flying or not instead of, you know.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, dude, I like to see like the journey, man, because like you said, you're fairly new to the game. So it's like, I like to see the direction that you're going, and you're everything's making perfect sense to me. You know, I had the same experience with the Spectrum radio when I first started. Mine was a little bit different because I had a brownout, but like you said, after that happened, I was like, I'm going to Futaba. So literally I've been with Futaba I've been flying since 14, 15 years straight, nonstop. And I just went to the NX8, and you know, I'm a little privy to the Futaba radio, but you know, I'm trying, man. I'm trying to open my horizons with these new radios. And Jeff NC84, dude, he's like the worst person, dude, to try to get, you know, to buy something, man. He's just, you know, he'll instigator.
I bought. I had I still got the DX8 G2, and then I wanted the bind and fly because at the time I was flying a lot of bind and fly E-Flight stuff, and they've got the E-Flight stuff, the FMS, and the Park Zone stuff. So I was like, well, you know, how cool is it to have the templates where you just scroll down, pick the plane, it sets your radio up just like it is, like the manual says to. Here's my question. How many people actually do when they set up the radio, set it up the correct way? Do they do a range test? I know I don't. I've never, ever done a range test, and maybe that could be a problem when it comes to, you know, planes flying away. Or your brownout. But how many brownouts are actually brownouts and not just pilot error? Will anybody ever know? Because I've been flying Spectrum since day one. Yeah, I mean, I've been flying Spectrum since I got into flying, and I've never ever had a flyaway. The only instances I've ever had was pilot error, and for instance, I put park light receivers in big planes. You know, that was not knowing what I know now, so to say. I got back into it. I found them. I bought it as a package deal, and I put them in a 40 size airplane. And when they got 300, 400 foot away, they both went in the ground, the same spot, both times. And come to find out, I was flying park light receivers.
Yeah, you know, when I was flying on 72 megahertz, I used to range check. Like, I would have to range check. But I'll be honest with you, man. I don't do much of a range check with my Futaba radios, man. I'm that solid in it. And I've never had any issues, brownouts whatsoever with that one, with that Futaba radio system. So, but no, I'm looking in the notes, and Guniak's like, man, you gotta do a range check.
Never done it. Sorry.
You know,
that's funny. Hey, did you see what Nate said too? He said, "This Jeff guy is savage." He's like, EC5 to XT90 and no range checks.
The dude's just like throwing money, man. He's like, I don't care.
You look, man, you only live one time.
It's true. What's up, C Mafia?
C Mafia, what's up,
you
man?
know what, though?
C Mafia, what's up?
But this is the beauty of it all. Like, Jeff chooses to do that. You choose to do this. I choose to do it this way. And like, we all learn from each other, like what the potential outcome could be. So somebody that's new getting into this hobby or on the channel, they're going to be like, dude, Jeff just put a little sport receiver, a little dinky sport receiver in a big old gas airplane. I'm not going to do that. That's not going to work for me. So, like, we all learn from each other. How many, like, thousands of dollars do you think we've saved just from going in these forums and being a part of these live feeds, man? It's crazy. It's
Yeah, but
just
10 years ago, you couldn't do this.
No. And
20 years ago, there, we were still running dial-up.
Yep. Yeah, it's true.
Man. No, I'm kidding.
But we're still, and now look, the NX8 radio has Wi-Fi in it, dude. Like, who thought of that? For downloading.
Yeah, I got like a bunch of the crazy stuff I can do with this controller back here. I'm not, that's not really too much. Like, it does like crazy stuff, man. It's just like endless possibilities. It seems like,
That Jetty is like the McLaurin of RC radios, man. It's just,
What
it's
is
nice.
this? Polo Ralph Lauren? You make McLaren?
The McLaren? I said the McLaurin? The McLaren? Hey, I don't even like this. Let's say the Porsche. It's the Porsche.
Porsches are
and then you have to
nice.
say Porsche.
Yeah, Porsche.
You want to take some questions from some people?
Do we have any questions is the question. I don't think we have any questions, but that's all right.
Somebody said,
I have a question for you.
Oh.
So we'll go back to the basics here, to the RC training here. Why'd you get into the hobby, right?
Good question, man.
You said you've been flying for like 15 years,
Yeah. So I'm not going to go into detail, but so like I got a job, and they told me when I was going to get into this job, it's very stressful, and like you need a hobby if you're going to stay sane, right? And I'm like, okay, fair enough. So I was like, what do I want to do? And I was like, I don't want to be a pilot because it costs a lot of money, right? And so I was like, I've always wanted to fly model airplanes, but as a kid, and my dad was like, it costs a lot of money, and it's just a lot of money. And at that time, it wasn't reasonable for them to be shelling out $500 on a potential crash,
Mm-hmm.
So I was an adult, and I was like, I got to find a hobby. So I started getting into RC airplanes, and I started flying. God, what was that? It was a Firehawk. I don't know if you guys remember it, but it was like a PVC airplane, plastic.
With a V-tail.
With a V-tail, yes, yellow,
Yeah.
right? It was 3 channels, and I remember flying it, and I remember throwing it, and I crashed all the time, dude, all the time. But I never gave up.
Yeah.
And so somebody told me, they were like, hey, there's a model airplane club close by. You need to join it, and those guys will get you straight, like you can get help. And so I literally went there, and like I went out there with that little dinky airplane, and these dudes are flying like giant scale airplanes.
Right.
And like I was super intimidated, but they're like, man, go ahead and fly. So I take off and fly, and they were giving me pointers, man. And so from that point on, it just progressed and progressed. And I went from 0 to 60. I went from buying 1 airplane to like 10 airplanes, and then from 10 airplanes to 20 airplanes, and then from 20 airplanes to 30 airplanes. And he's
got a problem.
Yeah, man. And so somebody was like, dude, you don't hold on to these airplanes. You just keep buying them and going through airplanes. And I'm like, yeah, it's fun, man. It's great. And so I decided to start documenting all the airplanes I go through. And so that's where I started the RC Plane Reviewer channel. But that's literally why, stress, man.
Yeah,
everybody needs a hobby.
Yeah, I agree.
When I remember as a kid, and I don't know, 9, 10, my parents, they had these planes. Bobby might remember, he might not, but they took 2D batteries, and it was just little, I don't know if it was wood or what it was at the time, but it was control line, and you would just hit the button, and that thing, you would turn around with it, and it'd take off, and you'd hold it above your head, and that thing,
yeah.
And that hooked me. I didn't start flying. I started in '99 in electronics class in high school. And my electronics teacher, we were building planes in class, and I actually put in this was LiPo batteries were just becoming a thing, and they were really expensive back then. The brushless motors, it was still a brushed motor, but with LiPo batteries. And we built this J3 Cub in class, bought the kit, put it together, and the first flight I ended up putting it in the ground. It was kind of upset.
And what did you learn?
look at BD. How did static go? Yeah.
Hey, I remember those things. Like it had like a metal wire, and you hit the button.
Yeah,
Dude,
and it would just
I had one, but it's like it's addicting, man, and it's just. I'm glad I got into it. Like I told you the other day when I was talking to you on the phone, Jay, I was like, I could be buying boats, motorcycles, cars, but like this is by far the most fun hobby I've ever been in. And it's I think it's like the most rewarding too. It's like where else can you go out, be outside in nature, hanging out with a bunch of dudes with like goals, like everybody on the same page. I enjoy it.
Definitely.
I enjoy it. You get
Couldn't
to meet
agree more.
people like Jeff right there. I met Jeff.
gotta watch how you say stuff.
What do you mean?
Going and hanging out in nature with a bunch of dudes.
Well, you don't do that? Come on, man. It's 2021.
That's funny, dude.
No, man, but I'll bounce that question back to you. Like Hamilton, why did you get into it, man? What made you take the dive?
Man, I initially had a Mavic Pro 2 with a smart controller. Like when it first came out, I don't even know what made, I just seen like this ad or something, man, and I was making like crazy money, and I was like, yeah,
I got one right there.
So I was like, why not spend a couple grand on it? So I bought that, and then I ended up getting rid of it because I like barely ever used it.
Yeah.
It was like one of those things like, man, it's nice. You know what I mean? And it's like, scared to even fly it. Anyways, so I got rid of it, and then I ended up seeing, I don't know, I was working one day, man. I was on YouTube, and I seen Pilot Ryan, dude, with that 64 millimeter Raptor.
Yeah.
That was the first one I bought. I think I bought it the next week around Christmas, and so that was it. I flew it in the beginning of the year. I wasn't even in a club or nothing yet. I flew like in the middle of town. And anyways, I like this at this track, straight beginner mistake, went right into a tree. And anyways, but guess what? I fixed it up, and we kept trying to fly. Landing was the hardest part for a long time. And then, I don't know, I went out, looked up the clubs locally, and I ended up going out there one day, and I was able to fly as a guest. And then I met my buddy Chris, who's in the chat here, and he kept pushing me to join the club. I met them and flew as a guest, and I didn't even join for like almost 2 months.
What's up, Chris?
And then I was like, yeah, I'll do it. And then I was there all the time, and then now then I kept buying more planes. I was still into the buying planes thing before I joined the club.
Yeah.
But, it's just when I joined the club, it was a lot better. So I'm glad that I found this hobby, but I didn't have a love for airplanes growing up or anything like that. I've never even flown before in an airplane. It's just, but now I'm like, obsessed, not like going to fly a real one or anything like that, but like when I see one landing at the airport all the time, we got one going over top of us. My kids are like all happy, but just the whole RC side of it, it's just like,
hey, is it just me or do everybody have the same mentality that, hey, I can fly these models, damn it, I can fly real planes.
You see these guys doing these touch and goes with this Cessna. Let me hop in there real quick. I got this, man.
It can't be that hard. You know what I mean? It's like,
hey,
we've got the general knowledge down.
Yeah, here's the deal.
That's true.
Get you the Microsoft Flight Simulator, honestly, the new one. And literally it'll take you through the steps of starting up these airplanes that are real models and their real life steps. So, you know what I mean? It's kind of crazy to think about, So if you had that actual plane, these real steps, they're actually steps to starting these actual planes. You know what I mean?
It's just a simulator. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not, I'm sure a lot of these guys are like, yeah, I could be a pilot now. Yeah. But it's like, it's a game, but still.
So like my buddy, he's a man pilot is what, real pilots are called, man pilots. I'm like, whatever, dude. So I ride with him, and, he's like, so you're familiar with, airplanes? I'm like, yeah, so much. But like just from flying model airplanes, we already know about crosswind landings, like what to do in certain situations. So it's neat that it really does carry over. Like a lot of the knowledge that we have does carry over to like full scale. I just don't think that we're just going to jump into a full scale plane and be like, I got this. You know what I mean?
Jeff, hold my beer.
Hold my beer, Jeff. I'm pulling on the flaps and stuff like that.
That's funny, dude.
I think we could do it, guys. I really do.
I think this is going to sound stupid, but I think with the knowledge we have from these model airplanes, we could get an airplane down. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
We're
Where's the
gonna
flat
crash
button
it.
at? We got this.
Oh
Yeah, we can
man,
get it.
I'm gonna fly the snot. I'm gonna push it to the limits like I push everything.
Dude, I will say this. Jeff is like, I watch him fly sometimes, and I'm like, dude, like relax on the airplane. These airplanes aren't gonna last you, man. He's so hard on
That's funny.
them.
Especially Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah.
Sunday.
Yeah.
It's really fun when you get two planes together that are the same, and you got two pilots flying the same planes, trying to do maneuvers together, especially a 3D.
Yeah, man. But it's interesting though. Like you can see pilot runs at no rate. I think I'll skip that flight. Man,
oh man, that's hilarious.
you can trust me, dude.
There's not a reset button with the real models, huh?
I'll get you down safe, man. You might not walk away, but you'll crawl.
Well, all right, guys. I'm not going to try and be a party pooper here, but we're going to go ahead and cut this short here. You know, I got a couple of my little ones to bed here. You know, we got school tomorrow. You know, if they're not already asleep, but you know, still we got to get the daddy routine going. I could sit here and bull crap with you guys all night. You know how it is. So, RCPlaneReviewer, man. Before we take off, you want to go ahead and throw your link in here, or I can. It's up
drop
to
it
you.
on in there, man. Yeah, I appreciate that. You know, I just guys, if you don't forget to thumbs up the channel that he's got right here, man. Everything's going pretty good. Hit the thumbs up on it. Appreciate everybody. It's been fun. Stop by the channel if you want to. I'll put a bunch of airplanes. I'm not afraid to put my crashes up there. I had a dude hit me up. He was like, "Why do you put your crash videos up there?" And I'm like, "Because we crash." You know what I mean? I'm like, "That's what we do." Sometimes.
If I got it on video, it's gonna go up, man.
Yeah, it's gonna go up, dude. It's just being 100% with everybody. So
Hamilton, I appreciate you bringing us in, man. I'm just a cameraman, dude. But
hey, but still, we appreciate you coming and hanging out, man. You know what I mean? So either way, you know, if you guys don't know, GB's up next. You know what I mean? Here soon. So if you guys already know, go check him out.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. So I'm Che. We got Bobby. We got Jeff. You know what I mean? So triple threat here tonight. We already done murdered everybody, so we got this. So anyways, guys, I got some special stuff coming out this weekend. Hopefully with the weather, you know, if not, you know, that's life, right? So
see you, Ryan.
We're looking forward to some more playing videos from you too, Bobby. So
awesome, man.
Happy flying to you too.
You too, brother. And keep churning them out. You're doing awesome. Everything's great.
Yeah, man. You know, I've been slacking on the videos a little bit lately, you know, but it's out very nice. I'm keeping me in the depths, and you know, I've been wanting to give that my full attention. You know, it can be easy. It can be easy to get sidetracked, right, and have multiple projects, right? So
we respect the grind, dude, and we understand it. So
for sure,
we'll stay tuned to the channel like everybody else, man.
Sounds good. All right. Well, I hope everybody has a good night. We'll see you guys later.
You too. Thank you.
See you, buddy.
Man.